Hi Pisces, welcome into your reading. Let's go into this first week of February and see what's going on for you guys, okay? Shall we? Let's get going. All right. What's the situation for my Pisces, please? Pisces. Five of Wands. Queen of Wands. And the Eight of Wands in reverse. Interesting. And then the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So it looks like there's a lot of inaction in regards to a commitment or a marriage of some kind. But moreover, when I have the Queen of Wands in your reading, and it's not your sign because you're not a fire sign, this is the mistress. This is the third party. This is the person that's having a dalliance or is being casual here. But moreover, this is something that you're in competition too. So there's blocks, there's obstacles, or there's a competition. If this was work related, I would say you're in a creative field, but there's a lack of like work effort. There's a lack of effort going towards this creativity because of blocks, obstacles, issues, and because of competition. Something that you would, that you're trying to do the traditional type of way, but it's not working. It's not working at all. Again, back to love, it's in regards to maybe possibly doing something outside of a commitment or a marriage, or there's these blocks, obstacles, and issues, and there's lack of work in regards to that situation. Of course, we're going to clarify all of this. We're just going to put down the base reading right now. So what's coming towards my Pisces, please? The Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yes. And the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This person right here, King of Swords. They don't have to be. But this is somebody who's very available to you. They're smart. They're cerebral. They're fair. They're balanced. They're honest, but they don't scream the I love yous. They keep that shit to themselves. They show you love in other ways, like by knowing how you take your coffee and giving it to you in the morning. That's their version of saying I love you. Knight of Swords. Somebody rushes in to communicate something to you. It's very rushed. It's very aggressive, too. It's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily bad. It's just information. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it makes you pause and reflect. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I invest? Should I leave this thing that I've invested in? That's a relationship. That's a job. That's a career. That's a project. The Ace of Swords. That's also something that you're dealing with at home. Now, Ace of Swords also talks about putting your cards on the table. So all of this is this rushed communication. Somebody puts, I'm going to say it's you because it's in your reading. Of course, it can be your person. Cards can go vice versa. You put your cards on the table. This rushed communication comes in. It's like, oh, look, I'll be honest with you. XYZ. Feelings, thoughts, plans, whatever it is. And then you pause and you reflect on what it is that you're going to do. But it has everything to do with that individual. That type of person I just described to you. All right, what is it that Pisces doesn't see coming their way? Six of Pentacles. Breadcrumbs. Peanuts. If this is work, you're getting some kind of like pity offer. Like you're getting some money, but it's like a severance pay or a promotion, but not really a promotion. It's like a promotion with a title, but no more money. It's something like somebody throws you a bone. It's like pity money, or it's like pity attention. It's like breadcrumbs from an individual. We're going to clarify that and see what's going on. Of course, that could be you doing it too, right? All right, so what's the advice here for Pisces? So death is in your advice position, and this individual is back again at the bottom of the deck. Death is the major arcana, and it is the Scorpio card. What is the thing about death? Something has come to an end. Period. The end. Goodbye. It also means transition. So those of you that are Asian or celebrate Chinese New Year, Happy New Year. Also, it is the year of the snake. The year of the snake talks about shedding what's no longer of use for us or a need for us. It's shedding your old skin. It's shedding the old you. And it's talking about transitioning and transforming into the new, healthier you. Why do we get facials? I don't know, to take off our dead skin cell. Gross, but the glowy inside of us comes out. So that's what it's asking you to do. You need to glow up. You need to get rid of whatever's ended. It was no longer suiting you anyway, Pisces, right? So something has ended and you need to transition. All right, let's see what the outcome of the week is. Some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio also. So in the middle of this reading, as I was dropping all these cards, sometimes it's very interesting to a reader to see, like, when everything's all out, what's there, but mostly what's not there. So with the Knight of Wands at the end of the deck, this is some messenger that's casual. This is an affair. This is in, this is out. This is like partying and then leaving. This is like, I'm in a rush and do this job and go out. I don't care if I do it sloppy. You asked me to do it. I'm doing it. I did it. I'm out. Goodbye. Non-committal. Flighty. That's the Knight of Wands. Flies in, flies out. Now, what I found interesting in your spread here, Pisces, is you are a water sign. The only watery energy I see is the major arcana, which is death, and that's in your advice position. It's not even a water card. You have no water, you have no cups here. None. And you are a sign that operates on intuition, emotion, feelings, and these are the things that motivate you, move you, or you go behind your intuition to make your life choices. So I find it fascinating in this whole spread that not one cup came out. These are all wands, which is action, and swords, which are all thoughts. Thoughts and actions. Thoughts and actions. Sometimes it's not even thoughts, it's words. It's communication, swords. And it has everything to do with this individual. Absolutely fascinating. And there are some pentacles, which is talking about the stability, if there is any, between the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. You invested your time and energy here with somebody or something, and you're thinking about what to do with it. And then you realize you're just being breadcrumbs. You're not getting a shit ton, high risk, low reward. Now, I could be wrong, but we're going to go ahead and clarify all this. Speaking of intuition, right after you find your balance, your intuition comes back to kick in. Well, let's start clarifying with another fresh deck here and see what's up. I'm going to start doing some extended readings. Not sure, it might start in a week or two. I'll keep you posted. Let me know. Mostly, the extended readings are love-based. They're on your person. This is general. This is energies, because that's what cards are, and it's telling you what's going on in your environment and how to handle them, right? That's why I generalize between work and love. But in the extended, it's mostly love. It's about your person, how they feel about you, what they're thinking of you, what's going to happen between the both of you, all of that stuff. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, because it's going to most likely happen on a different platform. But there will be links that you can easily click and go. All right, what is this Five of Wands and this Queen of Wands and this Eight of Wands in reverse? Four of Cups, and then the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So something did collapse. Something did end. And I'm going to bring up the snake theory again. The changing, the transitioning, the ending of something, the end of a job, the end of a career, the end of a relationship. It doesn't have to be the actual end, but there was a fight or something surprising that was so big that it was earth-shattering. It did change your circumstance. It did change your environment. It did change the behavior between you and someone else because of the Tower at the bottom of the deck. But you're holding on. Four of Cups, not just that you're holding on, but this is like unrequited love. This is like runner-chaser dynamic. You're like, meh, no thank you, not for me. So maybe you got a new love interest, but your heart is still hanging on to an old past. The new person that's come in, clearly you're not going to be as interested because you're still in love with someone else. It's just an example. But the Four of, and this could be your person who feels this way, but it's a runner-chaser dynamic. It's back and forth. Interesting. So that's the block and obstacle. Is this runner-chaser / uninterested party. All right. Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords is out again. Somebody does rush in to communicate with you, and they put their cards on the table, Pisces, and they tell you exactly what they want or what they're thinking. The High Priestess and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, somebody rushes in to communicate this, like, look, Pisces, to be honest with you, XYZ. This is what's going on with me. This is what I want. You could be in, you could be out, whatever. This is who I am. So it makes you pause and reflect whether you should invest in this individual or this situationship. The High Priestess, you're thinking of your worth and your value. You're thinking of the things that you want to bring into your 3D world. And now you're calculating, is this person worth it? Are they worth it for me? Because I'm here and they're coming in here. They're not even trying to meet me at my level. Yeah, Five of Swords. It's all like going in your head right now. And you know that you need to make a sacrifice. What you don't see coming right after this conversation or this situation, you're starting to get breadcrumbs. You're getting the very little. What is the Six of Pentacles? Yeah, you could be in a third-party situation. And say you're physically not in a third-party situation. There's you, them, and the person in their head. Or a third dynamic, or a third situation. Can be a child, can be a job. I don't know what it is. It's a third-party thing, right? You're trying to collaborate with them, but all you're getting is peanuts. This is what's coming to you. This is what I see. If this doesn't resonate with you guys, then this isn't your reading. That's why I'm understanding now death in your advice. You will probably need to end this. It's a Lover. Let's explain the Lover for those of you that are new to my channel. Lover, Gemini energy, is not your boyfriend. They're not your girlfriend. They're not your husband. They're not your wife. They are not even your happy partner at work. They're not your bestie coworker. They're not your business partner that you love. They're not that. They are somebody that you are intrinsically involved with, that you cannot understand the connection that is so powerful, this connection, that you cannot quit them. So Lovers becomes a choice. Lovers becomes a decision, but it needs to be with both parties. Both parties involved must agree to the love ship. Now, usually when I see Lovers in someone's reading, it makes me feel, and it tends to be 9 times out of 10, one of the two of you feels like you're happy with each other when you spend time with each other, but someone doesn't look right on paper. Maybe there's an age gap. Maybe somebody's already married, or maybe they're just separated currently or recently. There's you're of different races, religion, whatever the hell it is. One is off while the other one is chasing. This is why you have Four of Cups, runner-chaser dynamic. Now, this is at the bottom of the deck, right? And I'm sitting here looking at the third-party situation and the Six of Pentacles. You're getting breadcrumbs because there's a third energy in this person's head. But it's got to be a choice. But make no mistake, the universe put the two of you together for a reason. You're both learning from one another. It's not just one-sided. It's not just one way. This person will never forget you. Whether they stay with you or not, they will never forget you as long as you live, because you will have made such a major impact on their world and in their life that for the rest of their life, they will always remember you, because a memory will always pop up or creep up to them and they will remember you. Always. You're not just a casual fling. You're just not a fly-by-the-night kind of thing. You're not that. Okay? Now, let's see what death is. Clarify. All right, you have the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Swords, interesting, and the Five of Coins at the bottom of the deck. You are being left out in the cold, or you need to dump this situation, this dumpster fire that's going on here for you, Pisces. See, the Queen of Swords is like, you need to start rationalizing this. You need to go in here. Some of you, this could be the other person. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, third energy. Now, for all intents and purposes, because it's falling in the advice position, I'm going to say you need to borrow the elements of the air sign female or divine masculine, or I'm sorry, divine feminine of the Queen of Swords. Why the divine feminine? Because the divine masculine thinks more business. The divine feminine, she uses finesse. You know, she's got a touch of, like, no offense, guys, but touch of class with the Queen of Swords. Because she's trying to be fair. She's trying to be unbiased. She's trying to make a strong, wise decision, but with a gentle touch, with a gentle nature. It's telling you to be that. Seven of Swords is talking about calculating. This is more a little bit the divine masculine of a King of Swords. Listen, in the upright position, you're beautiful souls. You're perfect. It means you're also intelligent as fuck. And you're fair. You're not bad, but this is what it's asking of you, Pisces. It's asking you to borrow those energies. You need to calculate. You need to make a strategic exit plan. Strategize your exit plan. Ghost. Do whatever the fuck you need to do, but definitely strategize here. All right? You need to do something on the sneaky down low. It doesn't even have to be sneaky, but you got to do it on the low. All right, and then the Queen of Swords is use this. Don't use this. Not right now. Because something needs to end. Because you're going to be left out in the cold. Okay, and you need to be preemptive. What is the Knight of Wands? Four of Swords, healing, and the Eight of Wands, taking action. All right, so your idea of, you know, that saying, to get over someone, you get under someone. I hope that's not what you're doing. Or that other person is doing that to you. Jesus, punch him in the face for me if that's what's happening. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But with the... Why did I take my glasses off, guys? All right. Eight of Wands is taking action. This is communicating back and forth with somebody. And the Four of Swords, healing. I think this is what's going to heal you. I think by taking some action, by finding closure or talking to somebody, going back and forth, it's helping you heal. It's helping your process, whatever your process is. But these are clarifiers to the Knight of Wands. So I don't know if this needs to be your process because you were dealing with something that was a fling or was casual and non-committal. So you need to take action against this to heal yourself because that's what you're going to be doing since it's your outcome. Or if you are actually doing something casually non-committal to actually heal yourself. You're taking some kind of action, but it's the way you're going about it to heal yourself. It's not something commonly done. You can guys let me know what that is in the comments down below. And at the bottom of the deck is Judgment. You're either making a judgment call, which you are, or which you will be. But unfortunately, what's going to happen is you're going to close up after that. You're going to put up all of these kind of borders and boundaries. And I really hope to God you don't, because Pisces, you're one of the strongest emotional signs in the zodiac wheel. And this is why love comes to you often. But yeah, that sounds like a reading that's going to happen next week. So for now, let's see what's going on in the world of love. Interesting how this card, Judgment, is depicted by the goddess Athena. I find that fascinating because Athena was wise. And she made fair, balanced, honest decisions. But she made her judgment and that was it. There was nothing else to be done about it. Interesting. Love for Pisces. Yeah, I mean, when I'm looking at death and all of that, it says retreat, okay? And at the bottom of the deck says true love. Who knows why? In the extended, this is something that I would clarify. But you're going to be retreating from your person and disconnecting. And that could be for a bunch of reasons. It's to heal yourself, to make a wise choice, to make that judgment call. We'll see in the coming weeks. All right. I feel like reading from Shadow and Light Oracle cards. Guys, please be patient with me that I'm going to read from the book. But I find them fascinating because these are advice that come from your spirit guides, your ancestors, your oracles, whoever you believe in, Pisces. And it's such damn good advice. You know, Shadow and Light, please. When it comes to my healing or my process, I use these cards often, more than I need the tarot. In fact, I use the oracles, and then sometimes I'll use the tarot to clarify. We're doing it reverse. All right, you got two cards, Asking and Telling, Planning and Destiny. I find that interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna skim through it because I don't want to keep you guys here forever on a forever video. But let's see what's going on here. All right, let's start with Asking and Telling. Asking questions and talking about our experiences are the fundamentals of conversations. They both have a place and they're balanced with each other. If one or the other takes over, the conversation might lead down to a narrow road, especially when having a discussion, argument, or misunderstanding with someone. It might feel like there's a mountain between you, and if you focus on only getting your opinion or your side of the story, let me reread that. It might feel like there's a mountain between you if you focus only on getting your opinion or your side of the story through. If you show up with the conversation with an open mind and try to understand the other person's point of view, you might find that the mountain wasn't really that big. It was just a lake, in fact, and you could swim across to one another. We often get stuck on focusing on our side of the story, trying to convince the other party that we're just right in explaining ourselves. But if we show up in a conversation with the mindset of understanding rather than solving or explaining, we might get a different outcome. That's fascinating. The card encourages you to remember the balance in communicating and to think about how your conversations with your loved ones, friends, family, and colleagues or acquaintances. It encourages you to show up to the conversation with a different view in mind and to try to understand. All right, interesting. That's Asking and Telling, the duality of this card. Now let's do Planning and Destiny, and we'll get through this one too. And that will be your reading of the day. And I would love to hear your feedback, guys, because I read everyone's comments. That's why you see hearts there. If you don't have a heart, I didn't read it. And it could be sometimes YouTube just didn't put it there. All right. If Planning and Destiny were sitting on each side of the scale, which way would weigh over? Are you comfortable with that? Some people believe that everything is destiny and nothing ever turns out in a way that it shouldn't. And if we think it does, it was for a reason or a purpose. This is interesting because sometimes I think this too. Sometimes no matter how much we plan or wish for something, it doesn't come true. Or it comes true in a very different way than we actually expected it to come. You are planning with your feelings, thinking about what you would like to happen, what you would like to achieve. This is why you had the Queen of Swords in your advice. Here, not here. But sometimes life has a different plan for you, and your own plans might be swept away in an instant. It might feel painful and turbulent in the moment, but you will come to realize later that it could have sent you from making a big mistake. It may not be obvious at first. You will never see it as if you were keep looking away and focusing on what you missed out. The card suggests that you need to take a closer look at things that have happened in the past that you are unhappy with and see if you can find a reason or a purpose behind it turning out the way that it did. If things have turned out the way you had planned, would there have been something else you might have missed out on instead? Perhaps you may have experienced other difficulties and it turned out the way you wanted. By looking at things with less regret and more understanding, you can connect with destiny and relive some of the pressure of trying to plan your life perfectly. I am where I'm supposed to be at this moment in time. That is your mantra. And there is a commonality between these two cards. Going in with a different perspective and a way of doing things. It's very interesting. Also another year of 9. Transitional year. All right, guys, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave me your comments down below, and I'll see you on the next one.